Ladies, gentlemen, friends, family, and everyone in between, welcome back to the Chicago Reacts studio. I am Zach, an actor here in the city of Chicago. And as always, on my left and your right, I am joined by the magnificent, the marvelously handsome, the mustachio.
I'm Michael, everybody. I'm also an actor
Magnifico.
here. I'm like, how long am I going to let this go on for? I'm also an actor here in the city of Chicago. We're back with Chicago Reacts, y'all.
And
It happened.
Should we give IH a little introduction too?
What?
Should we give IH a little introduction too? Internet historian say like, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the exquisite, the incredibly intelligent, the incredibly smart and witty internet historian.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was fun. That was. Let us know if that was fun for you. I was just gonna say I'm excited because the Internet Historian dropped a video.
He did drop a
the
video.
first time in over a year, and we are watching it.
Yes.
This is a new one.
We wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'm sure you all watched it, and you want to watch it again, and you're gonna watch us watch it, and it's gonna be great.
And I'm gonna watch me watch you watch it.
And I'm gonna watch you watch me watch it, watching you.
Oh wow!
Wow. Okay, that's enough of that. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything else. And hey, go check out Chicago Reacts Movies and TV. We're having a bunch of fun over there, watching some TV shows, watching some movies. We're gonna focus on movies for a little while, but if you want to see something free, you can go check out Hell's Reach. We watched that as a compilation as a film, which is really fun for all of our 40K fans out there. But we got plenty of stuff, so links are in the description for that down below. And let's jump into it, shall we?
This is long overdue.
Long overdue. Ooh.
Aliens. They exist. And what's more, they're here and they've been walking among us for millions of years. Just look up at the night sky. Each one of those lights is probably an alien. Shoot at them, and the police show up. Coincidence? Break into the CIA, just looking for clues. They put you on a no-fly list. Coincidence? There are no coincidences, only truth bombs, and the government is holding the fuse, locked up tight in Area 51. And so our story begins with one man, Joseph Experience. On June 21st of the solar year 2019, Joe spoke to a whistleblower, Bob Lazard. Now, Bob claims to have worked at the Area 51. And so, Joe summoned him to his sensory deprivation satellite, where he could ask him probing questions about that government facility.
Machine that was able to read the size of your dicks.
Huge. View for yourself this incredible testimony before the UN takes it down.
You used to work at Area 51. When did things get weird?
Well, the way this went down was I only got hands-on with one of them, and I was fucking an alien. It produced a little discharge from the bottom. It was exciting. You turn the lights on, and all these guys are there. So
What in the fuck is this?
we have, actual hardware from another civilization. It's a big...
This is amazing. This is amazing.
I live in a house? That's bullshit. I like just swinging around on trees.
Absolutely.
We are the sex organs of the machine world. But for people who don't know, let's give them the bullet points. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
You don't seem to have any muscle. You almost like a frame. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, the disc, the flying saucer that I worked on. I saw it sitting there, and I thought, oh, my God.
Hey, Bob, it's probably a good idea if you shut up. I worked underground with the aliens. They shot my hand off. They're underground. There's bases. They're shooting lasers through the Earth's crust.
This editing is amazing, man.
Big fucking
What? I'm not even doing anything.
drop dead.
Hey, why don't you come on out to the Nevada desert?
Deal.
The fuck out. All right. That's it, folks. Good night.
These revelations were sent out all over the globe using beams.
Absolutely
And
free.
it started an incredible awakening, inseminating the people's brains with knowledge,
Who killed JFK?
flooring them with the revelation of it all.
Oh no!
And soon they were bursting with
Fluoride
righteous curiosity.
chemtrail mix. Chemtrail mix.
Sun sleeps at night.
All right, here's the Google searches for Area 51. That big spike there, that's when Joe Rogan put out his podcast. You get the idea.
Is that
And
really?
just
That's
see,
wild.
It reached the right man at just the right time. A 21-year-old named Matthew Roberts. He
Facebook
had
user
heard about
wears a
aliens
hat.
in Area 51 before, and he believed. He wanted to see them. Real bad. But what could he do? How could he possibly get into Area 51 to check him out?
Think.
Scenario 1. If I ran into Area 51, I would be shot and killed.
The Mass Effect music, dude.
Scenario 2. If me and all of my friends ran in, we'd both be killed. But scenario 3. If there were so many of us, thousands, so much fodder.
Do you
that we
remember
eventually
this?
Ran out.
Yes, I remember this. This
yeah.
was wild. It was just like, yes, we're all gonna storm Area 51.
We'll just get 100,000 people, 10,000 people.
They can't kill all of us.
They can't.
Wild.
For the greater good.
Out of bullets, then someone surely is gonna get through and touch the government in its special area. My God. Within minutes, he was drafting a Facebook post. They can't stop all of us.
Willing to die for the government. Let's do this.
On September 20th, 2019, we'll all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Central Tourist Attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens. This event then goes into the ether. And from here, it was up to the Facebook algorithm gods to decide what would happen next.
There's a lot here to be excited about. I think this could be very positive for our society and economy.
People from all across the flat world were receiving the invite.
Internet Storm is so good at pulling these clips.
I know,
and cutting
I know.
it together. It is. Oh, it kills
Did
me.
you pick up his comment too? People all across this flat world.
Oh,
Like he's like making.
Oh man.
You see, he's had a year to work on this.
Yes,
gem,
and
so-
it is brilliant. Ah, it's so good. I mean, it's like I think what's so like it's like the epitome of like joke telling on the internet, because you can do stuff by pulling like memeable content and stuff like that into this that has this sort of collective like understanding or like cultural meaning,
Yeah.
like different than like a show or which I know movies and TV has sort of tried to incorporate some of that like meme stuff, but
Yeah.
or even like stand up, like that doesn't have this like you can watch videos of it, but like this has it takes advantage of like the medium that it uses. So that's what I think what I appreciate about it so much is like it. Yeah, it's just like this couldn't exist anywhere
without
else.
YouTube. This
Yeah.
couldn't really exist without YouTube.
And I think that's what makes it special. Is like this exists here because it is it's a space for this type of content,
yes,
and it's so cool.
and same
I
with
die laughing.
Same with incognito mode, like his animated podcast where they're able to talk about something funny and then actually like in post create like the. I mean,
it's great.
yeah.
It's great.
This is why we've missed you. This is why the whole internet has missed you.
Yeah, yeah. And there's been plenty to dive into over this
Yeah.
last year, so I'm sure we're gonna find some. I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
Oh,
All right, we dive back in.
Yeah.
and they began pressing the attending button.
He had his motion blur. There's motion blur on the finger. There wasn't. There's motion blur.
Wait, that didn't have to be. I love God. Yes. Yes.
Oh, so good. I also think like 2019. This is when Facebook is still like powerful.
Yeah.
Like-
Facebook is so powerful.
I mean, it still is, but like, I don't
it's just
use
laughing
Facebook
at you.
nearly as much.
Yeah, I only use it for different like acting groups and
Yeah,
opportunities.
it's almost
really,
become
yeah.
more like network, almost more businessy and networky
Yeah.
than like,
than it is for fun.
yeah.
Within just a couple of days, the event had picked up hundreds of thousands of attendees. People loved the idea so much, they began making memes about how they were going to raid the base.
Yes.
So many I can barely feel a fraction of them, rapid firing them out like the bullets that would soon be gunning them down. And so the event spread, and spread around the internet, eventually morphing into
Oh my
Everyone who is something
God.
is going to raid Area 51.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
Nigel, a runner.
Starship Troopers.
Steve, agent. Simon, a runner.
Freeman, 713. I am a sentinel.
Everyone's doing their part. Are you? We have the ships. We have the weapons.
Kept time to put his gun down!
We need soldiers. We need you all.
And just like that, the game was on. Airtime is the new campaign.
Yes.
Yes.
Or Nord to be.
Plans disappear. Dreams take over.
I live, I laugh, I Nord. Nord on every device like a blank canvas. I can be here and anywhere.
Jan, a man of fortune.
Will you break these chains?
But wherever I go, there you are.
NordVPN.com/internet historian.
No, thanks. Look, I just...
Yeah. There's just an idea. I know what you want. You want the female audience, and I know women. Hello to you, miladies. Have you heard about NordVPN? You should get access to the international Netflix catalog. Never miss another episode of The Handsome Man Show. Oh, don't you hate it when your dishwasher gets region locked? No more. Oh, they're so safe for NordVPN's big, strong arms, especially with their new product, Threat Protection. It protects me from malicious sites and downloads and trackers and intrusive ads. So think pink. Think NordVPN.com/internet historian. Woo! Because the V in VPN stands for vagina.
I think we've heard enough.
Fine. All right, I'll do the ads you like. Get Nord. Ooh, you could use some Threat Protection. Take your online safety more seriously. Have you heard about their amazing prices? NordVPN.com/internet historian. Tell them who sent ya. Ad over.
Dude, just like only internet historian can like make you look forward to ad time. Dude.
I know.
Like,
It's like this.
oh
is
my God.
Well done, internet historian.
Oh my God.
I mean, it is fun when advertisers will work with creators to make stuff interesting or like allow them to be creative with it.
I mean, they're the internet historian's probably the only one that could like take something and just like do that, and then the advertiser's like, oh, you know what? This is actually worth it. We should just let him do what he wants. You know?
I mean,
Like-
I think advertisers are trying to do that more with YouTube channels and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially now.
Like Corridor Digital always does their own like advertisements and stuff like that.
Sure. But there's something about like his, especially since he's turned it into a continued series.
I know,
like
that's
we've seen
brilliant.
Nordman.
It's so good. It's so
like-
good. All right. We gotta stop talking about ads. We gotta see the video. Who is Area 51?
Welcome to the mission brief. Let's do a bit of background on Area 51. Secret military base, first developed in 1955. This is what it looks like on Google Maps. It's approximately this big. Total area size, 51. And the volume, a big mystery. Until 1997, the government refused to even acknowledge that it existed. That is, until they were forced to by lawsuit. That lawsuit was about the death of 2 men who were former employees. And how did they die? Well, not aliens, but rather toxic fumes from burning garbage. Yeah, so what they would do is burn a whole bunch of cool, high-tech refuse on the lot, let the deadly smoke blow downwind, and the staff were stuck breathing it in. A few years later, bing bing bong, cancer. Other than that, the public hasn't really been told anything. So all people can do is speculate as to what the hell is going on in there.
I think that they are keeping remnants of a UFO there.
We don't know if it's aliens, we don't know if it's time travel, we don't know if there's minions in there.
Virtual reality that seems so incredibly sexy.
But what has been leaked is that they do test flights on new alien craft. Motherfucker, don't you tease me. Produce new alien tech. Breed the latest version of the newest, gayest frog. Do not get it confused with Roswell. That's over here. Area 51's over here. And the final thing that we know is that security is top notch.
Was that an Eric Cartman reference? Internet historian. Did you hear me? Roswell's over here, and Area 51's over here.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I think that was a Eric Cartman.
They have that thing locked down. So, you want to break in anyway. Okay, but it's going to require some research. And the first thing to find out, has anyone ever tried breaking in before? Yes, several times. In fact, in January of 2019, an unnamed man broke through security barriers and drove 8 miles into the base. He got out of his car with a metal cylinder in his hands, and the military opened fire. He was shot dead at the scene. And there was this time when a film crew from the BBC was arrested for trying to get in.
This is BBC News.
This time when a vacationing family of 4 went off track. You get the idea. They're not messing around.
Put your fucking hands up. I'm not going to tell you again.
But there's one story to top them all. And Will disguise his identity, but he is my personal hero. The month is November. The location, Las Vegas. And the protagonist, a professional limo driver. Now, he's more than a little unhinged. He decides to start harassing and sending death threats to a lawyer, whom we think was going to represent his defense for this incident. If you've ever seen this TikTok, that's our boy doing donuts and driving backwards down the Las Vegas Strip. Anyway, fast forward 3 weeks. It's like 6 in the morning and this guy is already doing donuts at a car park near the airport. Then he decides to drive from the car park into the airport itself. Offense? No problem. He drives right through it and onto the runway. He's just driving around, whizzing between planes, almost crashing several times, before eventually parking on a ramp. At this point, he jumps out, puts on a clown mask, and storms right up to a private jet. He announces, aggressively, to the flight staff that there is a bomb in his limo. Quote, "I have a fucking bomb. I'm going to blow this place up." His plan? To commandeer this private jet and take it to Area 51. However, as sound as this plan was, the quick response by police meant that it wasn't really working out. So he bails back to his limo, tries to make an escape, until eventually police catch up with him. At that point, he is quickly arrested. They take him in for questioning, and he starts telling them, "That's right, I did it to see the aliens." He also told them to refer to him as the Chosen One. And by the way, I have high security clearance. Also, I'm involved with the mob, and someone owes me millions of dollars. Later on, the bomb defusal crew checks out the limo and determines that it's just a fire extinguisher with a bunch of wires and duct tape and some fairy lights. Now, at some point, he gets out, presumably on bail, and CNN reporters walk up to him and start asking him questions. No statements from me, he says, but you should talk to my lawyer. And then he proceeds to hand them the business card of the lawyer that he's been sending death threats to for the last 3 weeks. Amazing. After all that, the judge ordered that he be sent to a mental hospital for assessment. Or so they say.
Ooh, how convenient.
Okay, so people have really died trying to do this. That means we're going to have to be a little more covert. So over at Area 51 HQ, the military can see that Facebook numbers have reached 1 million.
Yes.
And it doesn't take a genius to calculate that even if just 1% of them show up, that's... Wait a minute. Run those numbers. This many people. In a crowd that big, there's bound to be at least a few who'll do something stupid. In fact, the military took it so serial that they even went over the nuances of Naruto running. This is a real slide, by the way, and it required a real demonstration. Now, some undercover operative then took a photo of that brief, and they uploaded it to Reddit.
They intend to use our tactics against us.
So if the military decides to do this, things will go pretty badly for Matthew. So Matthew goes back to his mind palace.
Think.
Let's not keep saying it's a raid. Instead, let's do a music festival. This would give Matthew an alibi and throw authorities off the scent.
I'm willing to music festival. For the government, let's do this.
All right, Reddit, here it is. Alien Stock 2019. The official EDM party, hosted by Matthew Roberts. Set to take place in Rachel, Nevada, a town that just so happens to neighbor Area 51. It has 50 total residents and practically no infrastructure. Perfect. Yeah, nice try, fellas, said the military. And the captains and the generals all started planning their own EDM party. With the deep state. 3 groups in particular. Introducing Group E, the E local state police. Police have their work cut out for them because, owing to this party, they think there could be upwards of 50,000 people descending upon the little town of Rachel. Oh my God.
Lincoln County commissioners trying to tackle the tough task of preparing for a potential inundation of people, and Sheriff Kerry Lee has less than 30 deputies.
The county declares a state of emergency, and they allocate an extra $250,000 worth of enforcement for the weekend of the raid, as well as an extra 300 police officers and paramedics.
That many people are going to stress the community to the point that we can't cope with it.
This is some of the most exciting stuff that I've ever gotten to work on. And I'm...
Hold on, Mark. Group D, the defense.
I'm going to take out my gun and shoot somebody.
So the FBI agents that showed up, they showed up at 10 a.m. They contacted my mom, and she was like, so she texted me, she's like, FBI's here, answer your phone. So, because I was kind of scared at this point, but...
This report from the Nevada Department of Public Safety was released last year, and it features some very interesting details. For example, they caught a group of YouTubers trying to plant a tracker on the bus that goes to and from the base.
We're gonna pull an epic prank.
Highly illegal. And you may not be that surprised to hear that the military isn't actually that worried about people breaking into the base. Turns out, they have automated weapons. Not automatic weapons. Automated, whatever that is. No, instead, they think there's potential that real terrorists will, do the thing, or a thing. So, counterterrorism was given a budget to sweep for chemical, biological, radiological, and explosive material. Although, nothing was found. And there's just one last group getting involved as well. The corporate press. Disinformation agents in the mainstream media were getting involved. They immediately started warning people not to raid.
Use of lethal force authorized.
Spouting contempt for the stormers.
What started as a joke Facebook event quickly turned into a phenomenon reaching
Well, it
millions.
began as a joke, but now it's turned into someone taking these threats serious.
Astroturfing campaigns by late night haha men number 1 through 7.
It's much more likely they'll see them tasers.
Laugh it all up. It's just a big joke.
People who say they're interested just keeps growing.
Faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
And they weren't afraid to give some of the biggest, brainest takes you've ever heard.
It's not clear the 1.1 million Facebook followers who said they are going to storm Area 51 are real and not Russian bots.
You're a goddamn genius.
Fine.
Oh
we'll
my!
Make you take us seriously. Let the training begin.
And speaking of that, I think it's time for my workout.
And so the Raiders began training.
We train for Area 51, so let's go.
Sandwich.
They began pushing their bodies.
Go on, make it happen.
Pushing their will. Pushing their spirits.
Yes.
Pushing their minds. Pushing their friends and family's patience to the limit.
Who wants to come with me to kick some alien butt? In September, join me. We out.
And that's what fitness will be like in the metaverse.
As we zero in on the day of the raid, the count is up to 2 million attendees, and that puts us on par with the world's largest standing army.
I love it so much. This is killing me.
Did you hear that?
What?
Over 2 million, and that puts them on par with the world's largest standing army.
That is really?
Yeah. Look at that.
What? Oh
man, incredible! That is absolutely.
That is
incredible.
Wild. That is wild. Oh.
And the beautiful thing is, like, you know, obviously they can't do anything to take it down because then they'll know. You know what I mean? Like, then, like, the government puts themselves in a weird position where, like, oh, we had to take this down. Like, for it's brilliant. It's so smart.
Yeah, I mean, well, it
so
becomes
smart.
like rights issue.
Right.
You're like, you can't gather. I mean, there is like, yeah, you can't get 2 million people to go to a town of 50. Like, there are some issues there that we're gonna. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this ends.
Yeah,
I feel like I watched like the rise of the memes of it all, but I never like
actually from start to finish like
tracked.
Yeah.
I remember it's my impression, my recollection is that it kind of fizzled out, and like the actual event didn't really happen. But I'm curious to see all of the.
Yeah, I remember. I think I officially made myself interested in the event, but I think that was when they had like 600,000 people going.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Dude, I just love this. God, internet historian really put his best into this.
Oh yeah, this was a good one.
So to coordinate all of these troops, we'll need a battle strategy.
Lay it on us.
From r/memes, intel was being filtered down to the troops.
Yes.
Groups such as the Minecraft YouTubers, the Normans, the Weebs, Facebook moms, the Kyles, the Chads, the crackheads.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Florida Man, the Australians, the gay Reddit mods.
Okay, this thread is locked.
And the North Korean defectors. They all had their role to play. So, Godzilla comes in from the east while the Australians make a distraction that allows the Minion cosplayers to breach from the south. Of course, these very serious strategies would have to be disguised as memes so that they could be spread across YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok without the threat of being... Although, not everyone was as tech savvy. Authorities managed to nab one of the main cartographers, and they pressured him into an interview on the television.
It took me a total of 5 minutes to put this image together. It was sort of like a battle strategy almost.
It was completely rooted in satire.
That was just completely rooted in satire.
And no one should raid. This is just completely a joke.
And completely just a joke.
Mission counting sheeple complete. You can take them out. Okay, so remember how we're not raiding anymore and it's just a music festival? Wink, 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 wink. Well, bad news.
Okay, so it sounds like you maybe are looking at changing venues. Possibly.
Possibly.
It's all up in the air. We're putting Maddie on the spot here.
There's a lot of challenges, so.
But it's 2 weeks away, so it's kind of got to like figure it out, I guess, somewhat soon, right?
Yeah, it's all kind of falling apart. See, Matthew had organized Alien Stock with a few other people, but his main business partner was Connie West.
I didn't plan it. It planned me.
But Matthew is the headliner. His name is attached to everything. And he's starting to get worried about a Fire Festival type situation in the desert.
Be a Firefest 2.0.
He wanted to make sure there's plenty of water, food, security, insurance, etc., etc. And here, deals and communications start to break down. Eventually, there's a lawsuit and it's kind of boring.
Things that they were supposed to pay for, I'm stuck paying for.
Who cares?
We're going to skip it. But the TLDR is that they had a disagreement, and Connie said,
I don't have to prove to you what I spent. You didn't sign a fucking contract with me to begin with. So guess what? I don't need to prove to you a motherfucking thing.
And Matthew said, Matthew then took $70,000 worth of sponsorship money and declared Alien Stock and Rachel cancelled. But then, at the same time, Bud Light walks in.
It's the Bud night. We're saved.
They say, hey, why not do it here? In the Vegas. It has plenty of lighting, indoor plumbing, it has everything. Matthew said yes. And then using the website for Alien Stock, he told everyone to not go to Rachel and instead to go to Vegas. Welcome to Alien Stock Las Vegas, sponsored by Bud Light. And also Pornhub, but it's a long story. Connie was left to pick up the pieces. However, she would not be discouraged so easily. She decided to press on.
It's going to be a great party. No matter what, it's going to be a great party.
She had to take full control of the event in Rachel, dipping into her savings and even mortgaging her home.
I'm looking at my own pocket.
I think this is a liability. I'm out.
So is it clear what's going on? It's worth doing a very fast recap because there's an event in Rachel that's been declared cancelled but also not cancelled. Also, I forgot to mention there's an event in Hiko that isn't cancelled but it will be on the second day. There's also that third festival in Las Vegas which has the former promoter of the first one and they both share the same damn name. And none of this has anything to do with the actual raid on Area 51, which is here, which has several gated entrances by the way, and none of them have been declared the official gathering point. Confused? Yeah, pretty much everyone was. It's a goddamn mess. People, rightfully, put the whole thing in the too hard basket and instead of going to one in the middle of nowhere, just went to the one in Vegas.
Right, of course.
Let's fast forward to the weekend of the raid. For better or worse, Rachel is about to open its doors to the millennials.
Hell yeah! Alien Stock! Encore now has come to an abrupt halt.
Don't let the aliens get you, Ken.
Do you believe in aliens?
I don't. Run! Get out of here!
Oh, you know, I want to hear about the alien liberal agenda. They could have some good talking points. We don't know. To protect my mind from interference.
We have a wanderer.
Don't let me leave, Merv!
It could be anything stuff, but it's alien stuff.
How do you see walking with that shirt up over your head like that?
I know. And the first ones are scary. You know, the best ones.
Paranormal lawyer,
PhD level field investigator.
Stuff in downtown Las Vegas. Did they change the name or is it still Alien Stock?
I think I'm on my highest high I've ever been in my life. Look at it.
And we are taking a look kind of the area here. You've done a lot of work in a very short period of time.
The security's here, the medical's here, the food is here, the people are here. And most importantly, toilets are here.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I just went through a breakup, guys.
Well, it wasn't quite the event that they had hoped for, but they did do a commendable job of acting retarded for the news.
This is the most fun I've ever had in my life.
You think of yourself as being your own?
I do. Here for scientific reasons.
This is like the most millennial thing that's ever happened.
But don't let's forget, Hiko. or the Heiko. No one knows how to pronounce it. This event was being hosted by George Harris of the Alien Research Center.
The owner of the center is Las Vegas businessman George Harris, creator of Alien Tequila.
If you want to have fun, if you want to have a great look, it's a great day.
Base camp was equipped with a vendor village of 10 food trucks, a gift shop, and 3-time Grammy Award winner Paul Oakenfold. For some reason.
I was told there's a lot of people coming.
Well, right now things are kind of slow at the Heiko event here, so that's kind of a disappointment.
Now, Heiko Base Camp was expecting somewhere between 1,000 and 20,000 attendees.
Oh, that is a big range.
Maybe 50 people here. Clapping some alien cheeks.
Yeah, but no cheeks are clapped
where's
at
the
all.
cheeks?
None.
Where's
Zero
the cheeks?
This is like the first of a big thing.
But it wasn't. In fact, it seems as though the majority of the attendees were actually the press.
One lady believed that her parents is actually alien.
So, after the first night, they decided to cut their losses and cancelled the whole event.
You know, the producers of the show, it's very, very, very expensive, and it just didn't make sense.
Because basically all of the attendees were stolen by
Alien Stock 2019.
We were going to go out to Rachel, and then we decided that we didn't want to get stuck in the desert. As much as I like Mad Max, I don't want to live it.
The Las Vegas Alien Stock, sponsored by Bud Light, was a smash hit. They've got carnival rides, photo ops, video games, and even a pool. No running.
Who could have predicted this? You make a post at 2 a.m. on a page that has 62 likes, and now you have thousands of people that are ready to come out to your show. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh my God.
Back at Military HQ in Anne Orlando, operations were ramping up. They're adding more guards, upping the security, and enforcing a no-fly zone across the county. They were even infiltrating raider groups.
You could be standing next to an officer and not even know it. There's a undercover presence here.
And they were giving stern warnings from the PR team. They posted this tweet. The last thing millennials will see if they attempt to raid Area 51 today.
Oh, wow. Sorry to disappoint you, Yugi. You triggered my trap card!
Millennials immediately seized upon the tweet, doing what they do best by pretending to be offended, successfully having the tweet taken down, and forcing a public apology.
I'm retarded.
Alright, this video is getting very long. Let's hurry up to the main event. The raid.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh my God. Oh my God, how long did this take?
This is
oh my
amazing.
God.
Yeah. Oh, this is amazing.
そやつの目に砂を浴びせ鼻を折ります。はい。
Yes. What?
Toilets are here.
What the heck is happening? Oh wow, that was so good. It's not over yet.
俺が死ぬとでも思ったか。根源が滅んだくらいで。
Yeah. Oh my.
世の摂理に反している。叔父上が受けた恥、すすぎに参った。
Wait for it.
壁登りや谷渡りに
Elevator.
Thank you for saving us. We are so grateful and horny. And yes, we wish to be your big titty goth alien GFs. And you won't be a virgin Reddit browser anymore.
Alright, it wasn't quite like that, but it was pretty close to something like that. Although I guess you could say that only a small group showed up to the main gates themselves.
Oh man.
1 million people.
Of over 2 million people, in total only about 200 actually went. But it's not about the quantity, it's the quality that counts.
Nice outfit.
Thank you.
Now throw him over.
People mostly behaved themselves.
I mean, I think it's awesome. You guys are following the laws, following directions. So. Yeah.
But they weren't about to leave without a consolation prize. Get some of the Area 51 soil. Top secret rock. Top secret rock.
It's from Area 51.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also present at the raid were a few YouTubers.
So I came here to get myself an alien as a pet.
We're here to rescue the aliens!
It's like Halloween, but we're just annoying people.
Are you guys gamers? Playing games? No? You watch anime?
Yeah, so you got the rebellious youth, and then you got people trying to lure E.T. into a cage with Reese's Pieces and stuff. That's a pretty good summary of the crowd that you have out here this weekend.
But respect to the true heroes. Security. For keeping everyone... just kidding. It's the guys who got underneath this fence. God bless them.
Oh no!
And this cameraman, whose foot raided the base.
That's a foot I see!
And this random woman who decides to just start walking. Police, right there. No one's stopping her. Oh my god. She's gonna make it. She's going home. She gets charged for trespassing and receives a $1,000 fine.
Oh, no.
But soon it was time to wrap
The
up.
storm is over.
Because everyone's mums were there to pick them up. And if they were late again, there would be big trouble.
Good night, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to sleep now.
Oh, man. Oh.
Psych, it's not over.
There's one more thing that I want to tell you about today.
Because storming Area 51
so
would go on
fucking
to inspire a plethora of other events.
man.
The
so
storming of Loch Ness. That thing can't hide from all of us.
We think we have seen it.
What did it look like?
It looks like a big stone.
Over 27,000 said they were going. Actual number 6. Okay, but storm the Bermuda Triangle, why not? It can't drown all of us. And potentially millions actually went. But the evidence would be lost, so how would you know?
I am under the water. Please help me.
They can't molest us all. Interesting twist on that one, though. Someone cancelled the event. But overall, everyone had a pretty good time. Isn't that what Area 51 was really built for? It's something like that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It was worth it. It was worth the wait.
So good, internet story. Oh, we missed you, man. We missed you so much. That was so good. That was so much fun. Again, I feel like these stories are so much fun to see the journey, especially to see how something falls apart. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I remember the memes, and then I remember a handful of people showing up, or I thought it was less than 200. I honestly thought that was a lot. I was surprised it was that many.
Right.
But then just to see from point A to point B,
Yeah.
and this things of I kind of stopped paying attention to it, and then, but the people that stay with it are like, no, I'm doing this. I'm gonna die on this rock.
The government was probably endlessly thankful for how simplified that whole thing ended up being.
Yeah.
The fact that it fizzled out. I think it is amazing, though, how one particular move on the internet could end up costing the feds literally millions of dollars in defenses,
right.
and running the chemical warfare tests and that they did for
it's crazy what they had to do
something.
just because of people having fun, and internet memes. The internet has really it's both, I think, surprising and unsurprising how much the internet has affected our culture. Obviously, most of us spend hours on the internet every day. So, of course, it's going to have a huge impact. We're able to communicate faster. We're able to watch these videos. We're engaging on the internet right now. You watching this. But I feel like that sort of culture, that sort of that connection between internet action and real world consequences sometimes feels disconnected.
Well, it's because the internet is still in completely in its infancy.
Yeah.
I think that's why there are so many conflictions and stuff in the media nowadays too, because nobody understands what the internet actually is, and the just the freedom of anybody to open up a computer and literally have a universe of information at their fingertips. Think about how powerful that is.
Right.
It's just really, really crazy to think about. And it just thank you so much, internet historian, for sticking this one through, man. It really was a beauty. Worth the wait for definitely for us.
And what a fun story to dive into.
Oh my! It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect in every way, shape, and form.
Hey, if you all enjoyed watching that with us, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything else. Go check us out on Chicago Reacts Movies and TV. Links are in the description down below. And with that, we will see you next time
in Area 51
on Chicago Reacts.